The rich aroma of beef stroganoff fills the air, a creamy, savory delight paired with a gentle sweetness of coconut rice. As I stir the pot, memories surface. This dish reminds me of comfort, of home, of togetherness. But today, as I set the table, there is an emptiness. This dish isn't just food. It's a reflection of life, a story about partnership and sacrifice. Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not. Welcome to Podcast with Sheila, where we share inspiring, relatable, and real-life stories. Today, as we cook up this hearty meal, I want to share a story that speaks to a growing reality: married but single. Let's dive into the journey of a woman whose marriage became a solo mission, a story that might just mirror your own. Meet Amelia. She was 27 years old when she married the love of her life, John. Their wedding day was perfect: laughter, promises, and a dance floor that saw their dreams taking flight. They talked about everything: careers, children, even retirement plans. John wanted to build a legacy, and Amelia wanted to be his biggest cheerleader. The first 2 years of marriage were bliss. They were a team, conquering challenges together. When John lost his job during a company downsizing, Amelia didn't complain. She picked up extra shifts, cooked his favorite meals to cheer him up, and reassured him, "We'll get through this together." Things started to change when John got a new job in another city. The role was demanding, and he was often away. Amelia, meanwhile, was juggling her own career and the responsibilities of their home. When their first child arrived, the demands increased. Late-night feedings, doctor's appointments, and daycare runs fell squarely on Amelia's shoulders. She tried to complain her exhaustion to John, but his response was always the same: "I'm working hard for us. You just need to hold things down at home." The years rolled on, and the pattern persisted. John's work took him overseas, leaving Amelia to manage the household. She became the ultimate multitasker, mother, career woman, homemaker, and the emotional anchor for her growing family. She painted walls, fixed broken appliances, and even attended parent-teachers conference alone. Her identity shifted from wife to everything. But it wasn't just about physical absence. Even when John was home, he was distant. He would retreat to his phone, the TV, or work emails. Amelia would plead for quality time, but he would wave her off saying, "I'm too tired." "You wouldn't understand the pressure I'm under." Amelia's breaking point came on the 10th wedding anniversary. She had planned a special dinner, beef stroganoff with coconut rice, John's favorite. But as the hours passed, it became clear he wasn't coming home. No call, no text. She sat at the table, the candle burning low, and realized she wasn't just lonely. She was living the life of a single woman in a marriage. The married but single phenomenon isn't always about work or physical distance. Sometimes, the emotional disconnect is even harder to bear. Women like Amelia find themselves carrying the entire weight of the family, financially, emotionally, and mentally, while their partners remain oblivious or indifferent. Amelia thought about her friends. There was Sarah, whose husband hadn't held a steady job for 5 years, but spent hours gaming whilst she worked 2 jobs. And Lisa, who managed her children's schedules, the household bills, and even her husband's medical appointments, all while he criticized her for not being present enough. These stories are too common. Women who wear every hat: chef, cleaner, chauffeur, tutor, therapist, while their partners even vanish into their own world or fail to step up. One evening, after a particularly exhausting day, Amelia looked at herself in the mirror. Her eyes were heavy, her back ached, and she didn't even recognize the woman staring back. "Is this what I signed up for?" she whispered. She decided to take control. The first step was speaking up. During John's next home visit, she sat him down and laid out her feelings, not in anger, but with raw honesty. She told him how lonely she felt, how unsupported, and how the marriage was taking a toll on her well-being. John was defensive at first, but when Amelia handed him a notebook with a list of everything she managed on her own, he was speechless. "I had no idea," he admitted. The conversation marked the beginning of change. They sought counseling, which helped John understand the importance of partnership. Amelia also made changes for herself. She joined a women's group, started delegating tasks, and gave herself permission to rest. Slowly, things began to shift. Amelia's story is a wake-up call not just for women, but for everyone in partnership. Here are some key takeaways. 1. Marriage is a partnership. Responsibilities should be shared. Whether it's managing finances, raising children, or maintaining a home, both partners need to contribute. 2. Communication is vital. Unspoken expectations breed resentment. Have regular, honest conversations about your needs and struggles. 3. Self-care is non-negotiable. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Prioritize rest, hobbies, and social connections. 4. Seek support, whether through friends, family, or professional counseling. Don't try to carry the load alone. If you're living a married but single life, it's time to take action. Start by acknowledging your feelings. They are valid. Speak to your partner, not with blame, but with a desire to rebuild the partnership. If you're met with resistance, seek external help. Remember, you deserve a marriage that feels like a true partnership, where love and responsibilities are shared. Life is too short to leave it feeling undervalued or invisible. Now, let's keep the conversation going. Have you experienced something similar? How did you handle it? Share your story in the comments. It might just help someone else. And if this story resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with others. Let's spread awareness and empower one another to create healthier relationships. Thank you for joining me today on Podcast with Sheila. Remember, just like cooking, a good marriage requires the right ingredients, constant stirring, and patience. Until next time, stay inspired and stay connected. Now, if you will excuse me, this beef stroganoff with coconut rice isn't going to serve itself. See you soon.